All right. So listen, I have been a chatty Cathy. We're gonna get into this intentional topic, and I hope I can get it all done in this time frame because we're gonna stick to 20 minutes. All right. So the intentional topic of the week is intentional Sabbath and courageous obedience. Um, I know this might seem kind of strange when it comes to living intentionally, but I think these are key things in living intentionally. If you are somebody who wants to live intentionally with the time that you have and loves God and knows that He has some amazing thing for us to do and have impact in life. So, intentional Sabbath. Sometimes you have to do the opposite of what makes sense to receive the next. Now, this is supposed to be a quick topic, but honestly, I've been thinking about this all these past couple of weeks, and this couple of verses really hit me with it. It was Proverbs 3 5 through 8, actually. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Then verse 8 says, be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh. That, first of all, blew my mind. Like, when we decide not to be wise in our own understanding, in our own ways, because God says that his ways are above ours and all that kind of stuff, right? Then it will be healing to our flesh and refreshment to our bones. To me, that is major. Okay. But I want to focus truly on what trusting in God can do. When we trust in God, he will provide. Okay. When we trust in God, he will provide. He will provide a straight path. You know, we're always thinking about what's next, what we're going to do next, where we're going to go next. And sometimes we can get filled with anxiety, filled with fear, which is not of God. Instead of focusing on the fact that if we trust in God, he will make our paths straight. So if you're thinking about what you're going to do next, your paths don't look straight at all. You could go A, B, C, or D, or that path looks totally like a whole bunch of drama. Take some time to trust in God and see where he sends you to go. Also, it brings blessings. Now, it doesn't explicitly say it in these couple of verses, but it reminds me of the blessings in Deuteronomy. I believe Deuteronomy 32. I think that's where it is. But it talks about when you obey him, this is all the things that happen, right? So I truly believe that when we obey and when we trust him, we're going to see blessings in our lives. And then finally, when we trust him, he will provide healing. When we trust him, decide that our wisdom is not enough, but that it's God's wisdom that's going to guide us, he will heal our hearts. He will heal our minds. He will heal everything that's about us. It actually reminds me of something that I kind of live by. I tell people about my friendship with some of my close girlfriends, and we're so close because I'm so close with them because I have been vulnerable. And I've been vulnerable because I know that I can trust God with my heart. And just thinking about that, he has done a work in my own heart. Oh, am I tearing up? But he has done a work in my own heart when I trust him to guide me, he's the one who can tell me I need to leave them people alone, or he's the one to tell me that I can lean in, right? So just thinking about just the healing that he did in my own heart when I was obedient with building friendships with certain people, it shows me that yes, when we trust him, when we are going outside of our own wisdom and following after the wisdom in his word and in his presence and in his promises for us, and in his purposes for us, then we're going to see God do major things. So with that, for me, that courageous obedience, that intentional Sabbath is actually stopping work on my business for the month of January. I've already taken the Sabbath for my career. I actually do that every year. At the end of the year, either a week or 2 weeks, I take off from work. I relax, I enjoy myself, and then I prep for the new year. But this year, I'm actually taking it a bit further and stopping all work with my business. Now, this is scary because this is actually the opposite of what I should be doing as a life alignment coach. Okay. This is the bread and butter time for life alignment. This is the time where it makes the most sense to press hard. But I really feel this season that I'm supposed to relax a little bit. So, this will be the last video drop for the month of January. I won't be taking any clients. Ah! And I also will be limiting my social media presence. Now, full transparency, I do have a couple of ads running until the reset course ends or closes on January 15th. But I'm probably only going to be posting things that I read in the Bible, or my church actually has a fast during January. So if I post anything from that's probably what I'm going to post, and that's the most. And I'm doing this, like I said, because this is totally the opposite of what a life alignment coach should do. But I feel like God is telling me to do that. And I'm super excited to see what's going to come from that. I truly believe that 2024 is going to be a breakout year for us all. And at least for me, it's going to be marked by my courageous obedience. Now, I'm not saying that this got to be your word for the year, but those are my words: courageous obedience. It's so funny. Those were my words for 2023. And I heard the Lord say we need to spin the block on them. So we're starting it off with doing nothing in January. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little bit scary, but I know that it's going to be exactly what I need. Now I think I'm a little bit over my 20 minutes. So sorry. I like to be a little chatty Cathy sometimes, but it's all right because this is some good stuff. Now don't fret, because I have almost 400 videos on my YouTube channel that talk about all intentional life, goal setting, all of the things. Okay. So you are in good hands until I come back. And I'm super excited to see what that's going to look like. I encourage you to take a moment to see what is intentional Sabbath for you. What is courageous obedience for you? Does that mean that you have to take a little extra time to stop and do something else? Does it mean that you gotta switch the game up a little bit? Whatever you have to do, do it and see what God is gonna do in your life. I'm excited to see what He's gonna do. Okay. So